All right, y'all. Update. Your boy shaved. Be honest though. Do I look? How old do I look? I don't know. I feel like y'all are gonna troll me and say something older, but yeah, no. There's been a lot going on. So yeah, let's sit down and get into it, man. Kind of update y'all with where I've been and yeah, why I've been gone, man. All right, y'all. I'm full transparency. I've tried to record this video multiple times, multiple days. Let's recline it. Let's get comfortable. Let's get comfortable so we can actually just knock this out and have our conversation. I really don't know what to say. I was supposed to be qualified for nationals last week. I was supposed to do my qualifier the 29th, and then I was supposed to hop on stage this weekend. And in pursuit of achieving our pro card. And then following that, we left out a blueprint, a vague blueprint of what was to come following. Except in our blueprint, in our preparation for what was to come, you can't really. There's certain things in life where it's going to hit you where you just don't really expect it. And I know I've talked a lot about my mental health. I know I've talked a lot about my family stuff. And for a time being, dude, my mental health got really bad. I think it stemmed outside of me being a kid, right? Because that's the thing. I started trying to process things. I've been open that I was going to therapy. But this past off-season bulk, I ended up experiencing some cognitive decline in terms of PEDs that I had been intaking. And I think it's ultimately just, in terms of my mental well-being, was the initial ball rolling of that. And so I'm not going to therapy anymore because I think I was going deep diving into this one journalist that I won't get into the science behind everything, but you just think about like negative thoughts and you're just consistently consuming those negative thoughts. And so I've been doing so well, man, despite the sticky situation that I kind of find myself in. I'm learning to enjoy dancing in the rain. And I haven't been able to do that for that long. And that's one thing too. As a kid, dude, my mom used to force me to do a running club because I was lazy as shit. I was just a Nintendo kid, my Game Boy, my DS playing Pokemon. And so my mom forced me to do a running club. And I hated it. I fucking hated it. But I learned that I enjoyed running when it was raining. I don't know why. I won't even get into that. Maybe that's another topic for another day. But it's weird, man. I kind of prayed for some bad shit to happen for me. As fucked up that may sound, or just people like that might not resonate with that many people. But I think I got to a point in my life where I just felt so, and I consciously knew it, but I consciously felt very complacent. I felt like, okay, things are working out. I can kind of step off the gas a little bit and just, things are still going to keep rolling my way. And ultimately, that was me lying to myself. But in the back of my head, the inner voice that had was intuitively telling me, bro, you need to wake the fuck up. So all the shit I've been experiencing, man, has been like an alarm clock. And it took me a few times. It's like waking up it's like waking up early in the morning. Where you kind of like set snooze, or you might turn off that one alarm and you have another alarm and you have like by the time you get out of bed, you've turned off 10 alarms. But ultimately, I think that's what I needed at first. And I think that's not a bad thing, man. You start with 10 alarms, then you regress and make it 9, and then 8. Keep stepping it back, scale it back, 7, down to 5 alarms. Now you're down to that 1. And I know y'all, I've been kind of on my morning grind, which has felt amazing. And it's been habit stacking. Because my favorite thing to do in the morning is reading and have my coffee. And so I've been doing my morning cardio fasted, and I'll read while I'm doing my cardio on another side of things, because we're still on prep. We're not giving up. We're not giving up on bodybuilding. We're not giving up on life. That's the thing, and you just gotta learn to love and enjoy dancing in the fucking rain. And so I'm relearning, man. It's like somebody took a baseball bat. It's like me. I'm gonna make a redheaded stepchild joke, but just more PTSD. But it's like getting hit with a baseball bat and not being able to fucking walk. I have like a limp on my walk, and now I have to kind of keep walking and then learn rehabilitates and kind of relearn how to walk. Walk again straight, walk again normal, walk again in the direction that I want to go in. And I think a lot of things that I was doing was for other people's validation and pursuit. Even bodybuilding, man. I've been trying to learn how to be a bodybuilder. And I think talking to certain friends that compete, I won't go, there's so many different tangents I can go into with this conversation. But in terms of my mental maturity as a bodybuilder, dude, I haven't been a bodybuilder. I've been just somebody who just enjoys to train to push their fucking limit. And that's evolved into where now I want to compete on a bodybuilding level, but I think there's always room to evolve. And in terms of mental maturity, of just learning to do this for myself, because I train for myself, man. But in terms of bodybuilding, it rooted from external pressures of people wanting to see me compete, and even my initial coach, Alex Toplin. When we had met first time in person in OG Alphalete gym, he was the final blow of the final push that I needed. He was that convinced me to compete and offered to coach me, and it kind of, and now we're here, right? But it all has to fucking evolve from somewhere, man. And I think one of the best ways to evolve is busting your fucking ass, right? And so I think I busted my ass, and that's my wake-up call. So I'm so grateful it kind of happened. But my mental low had caused a lot of division within a lot of my relationships, but more significantly for me, on an impact level with my family. And so I started pushing my family away and building all this resentment because I just was looking at things half empty and not half full. And I talk about it all the time, man. I think we know things. We hear things so much, but we don't actually implement them into practice. And so life's all perception, man. And so even busting my ass, I can be like, fuck. It's like when I first learned to skateboard back up in Minnesota. Dog, I was ass. Same thing in basketball. I was ass. Same thing in school. Bro, after I got sent off to a hell camp and missed a year of education, I was the dumbass, man. I was already a kid with dyslexia. But then I was even more dumb on top of that. But that was just more fuel for me to get out of my sticky predicaments. And that's where I'm at, baby. I'm fueled up. I'm using that as fuel. Man, y'all see me laughing and just, dude, it's my off day, first off. Let me explain that. I have zero carbs in my system right now. I don't have that many carbs on my off days. And I feel so amazing. Maybe I sound tired. Maybe I have some bags under my eyes, but that's all contributed to me being on prep. But in terms of my mentality shift, dog, I haven't felt this good in so while. And yeah, I really think it's just all my shift in my perception on life. But what y'all are really here for, outside of just me kind of giving a little lecture, like I said, I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth. I'm like a I'm like people like playing Russian roulette. You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know when you're gonna get fucked. I don't want to say like what that is, because it's not even like I make money from YouTube, but I just don't want to get another banned video. Maybe I have PTSD from getting banned off TikTok, uh, which is a whole nother ordeal, man. I've been going live crazy on the TikTok. But yeah, so what y'all are here for, man? So I was supposed to ideally get my pro card this weekend, and just trying to manifest in terms of visualization, visually manifesting that for myself. But we connected with Kyle, and I will say Kyle has been such a great coach and understanding, and I think I put more pressure on myself than he puts on me. But we ended up moving the show back at the time to about 6 weeks out. But coming this Monday, I'll be 4 weeks out from my qualifier. So we had a minor little setback, but I think in terms of just mentally getting myself in a better predicament, better, not predicament, just mentally in a better, not giving a fuck, is what I needed, man. And I think I was holding myself back because there was weeks where I wasn't making progress. I was sending check-ins and I was scared to send in my check-ins. Not that I was cheating the plan or the diet, but I think my cortisone levels and my stress was causing my hormones, my cortisone hormones out of whack, to where I was holding on to more water weight. I wasn't tapping in to my full potential. So I think taking a step back and reassessing and repivoting and figuring shit out is what I needed in terms of prep. Because now, dude, I'm locked in, and I want you. I'm not trying to say that and then just not be a man of my word. I want y'all on my ass, and I know, like, I appreciate the real ones, the real supporters that have DM'd me or have been in my TikTok lives or just reached out in via any form of communication to ask me how prep has been. Because it shows me that it's something more than myself. And the people who've like told me that they're on prep, and then it's just like we feed off each other, man. You don't even have to be on a bodybuilding prep, bro. But like the whole reason I started this shit, this YouTube shit, was so we could build a community of people who could feed off each other's energy. Because, dude, I think you can intrinsically motivate yourself to such crazy amount of success in whatever element of life that is you are trying to achieve. But external motivation, man, having a community, having people fucking believe in you, having something outside of your own mind helps you feel so sane. dude, that's coming from somebody who I'll go into it a little bit just because me and my mom have been working on a relationship, and it's been going in a very great direction lately. So I am happy with it, and I am more open to being vulnerable with it. But dog, that comes from like, comparatively speaking, to me as just feeling like I was going fucking insane because nobody believed me for the shit that I was going through as a kid. Nobody believed me with the stuff that my stepdad had fucking done to me. Not even my therapist. Nobody fucking believed me. Nobody believed I got strip searched as a fucking 13-year-old kid. That my mom forced me to take a drug test when I was 12 years old. And I hadn't taken a drug. I didn't drink until I was a freshman in high school. But I didn't take any recreational drugs until college. And that's just experimental. But nobody fucking believed me. And I was going fucking insane. So having something like other people believe in you and see something in you to where it doesn't feel like you're just gaslighting yourself. I think intrinsically you have to fucking push yourself. Whether that's initially seeing it in yourself and wanting something in yourself, or after somebody kind of feeds a thought. But at some point along the line, there's going to be a point of madness. And having other people aligned with you and your goals is what's going to get you through the madness. And so, I don't know. I feel like slowly finding the right community. And that's y'all. Whether you fuck with me or not, man. You can hate on me too. That you can hate on me as much as you want, and that's still gonna externally motivate me. But yeah, dude. So we're about 4 weeks out from our qualifier, and then we will be moving to be out from our pro. So, update, another little update. The camera overheated. So, we're back at it for round 2. Not really much else to say, man, but like I was kind of finishing, our qualifier is in about a month now. So stay tuned for that, as well as our pro show, or pro qualifying show. So first is our national qualifying show, and then our pro qualifying show. But that'll be about 7 weeks. So about 2 months to lock the fuck in, man. And make some noise. Make it clap. Hey. So, yeah. And then with that too, it's crazy, man. So, one of my boys, he is ending up moving out of his current living situation. And we was just joking around about like, bro, let's run up a content house. Let's get a house and run up some content just as a joke. And I just told him, man, I told him straight up. I'm like, dude, if you really want this, I just fucking move in. Move in and let's push this shit. Because I'm trying to now really lock in and get myself to a predicament of get myself to a situation where I'm happy in. Because I feel like for a long time I was not prioritizing my own happiness. And being in Houston has taken a toll on that for me for a long time. I've been very transparent with that in terms with y'all and people close with me. And I've just been looking at it as a stepping stone. But in the other light of things, I'm no longer affiliated with Alphalete in any regards. And so, I don't know, like, it was very out of the blue, and I've seen some people kind of talk about things, and I could come here and talk about my own skepticism of this whole entire situation. Dude, I'm not even taking that personally, man. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the people I've met. I'm thankful for Christian. And, like, shit, when even athletes as big as Nick Walker get dropped, bro, you can't take that. I'm not going to take that personally, bro. Am I on the Nick Walker's level? Fuck no. I could even, yeah. So it's like, all that does is just keep you locked into the present moment. So I've been moving forward and trying to figure out what is the next step for us, man, essentially. For me in my personal life, but even us in our community, man. Even, I know I haven't been being very consistent, and I'll be honest, even with Alphalete, I knew I could be doing more stuff in terms of them as an athlete. But I think I got so locked into wanting to give something in that relationship with that company to evolve. I wanted to evolve from being an athlete. Y'all see my marketing degrees right back there, but yeah, I wanted to create a position, and it just didn't happen. And so now I think in terms of just being like a free agent, it's not even like I don't have a desire to be with another company, man. I just have a desire of just being me, being my fucking self again. And I feel like it's, I don't know. It's like whenever you get out of a relationship, it's a bit scary at first, but it's like you're free to fucking do whatever you want. And I think Alphalete's image versus my own personal image, I think we share similarities. Yeah, we might be good friends, but I don't think we were fully a match made in heaven, as much as I loved the entire experience. So now I really am just focused on locking the fuck back in with bodybuilding. Dude, I even with content, I'll just go towards that fork in the road. I know I haven't been posting much content on YouTube, and I know even just from listening to y'all that it's kind of like, yo, where's the videos? When are they go on TikTok Live, or even some DMs and things like that? And ultimately, dude, it's me just overthinking. It's again chatter in the skull. Just all these thoughts of just wanting to perfect things. And I kind of forgot that I'm what I enjoy. I I enjoy, cameras and things like that, but I was like, bro, I wanted the highest level of production. I was like, oh, I need to fucking perfect everything. It's more so just doing it. The same thing with training, man. At some days, even especially on prep, when I'm like, I know I'm low carb right now, but when I feel like this on my normal days, my high days, sometimes I just gotta check off the boxes and just get it done. And so I kind of lost touch with, like, I don't know, even why I started doing this. Like I said, building something to where I didn't feel alone, but also the people who resonate with me don't necessarily feel alone. And I know when I say that, like, when I get that mushy gushy stuff as a male, there's some guys who kind of that does not resonate with. But it's good to surround yourself in a community, man. And it doesn't need to be, you don't need to be forcing yourself to go to a run club just because everybody's on the hybrid training. grind right now, but surrounding yourself around who you want to be. And sometimes being a lone wolf. Let's go that. Lone wolf. We're not an Alphalete wolf anymore. We're a lone wolf. Alright? Reminds you of what you want. And as opposed to like when you were following a pack of people, you're just following other people's passions. And I'm one of the same people, man. I love to go with the flow. If people are enjoying themselves, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna kill the vibe. Cue the Kendrick. But at the end of the day, so unfortunately, the camera overheated another time. So we ended up cooking a next meal, which we do get some carbs. So maybe I should have waited to make that video afterwards. But we got 135 bits of rice. But anyways, y'all, if you're going through some shit, man, as opposed to just like, I don't know, if you're going through some stuff, I think the best approach is kind of like taking a step back. As counterintuitive, taking a step backwards may initially sound, taking a step back just gives you essentially a time to debrief and kind of be a lot more intentional in terms of your thought space and your brain. But yeah, or eat some mushrooms. So I'm about to eat these mushrooms up and maybe power up like some Mario. So I appreciate y'all listening to another yapping session, and get ready for the prep content because we are pushing it back so we can push out more. So I love y'all, man. And the journey's not over until I say it's over.